Here's King Henry VIII. He's known for his fashion. So look at a picture of him. You see the fashion of the day in the 1500s in England. King Henry VIII was a devout Catholic. He became king in 1509, and the Pope at the time called him the defender of the faith. However, that would not last. He would fall out of favor with the Pope. Why? Because King Henry VIII wanted to divorce his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. Why? Because Catherine could not bear him a male heir to the English throne. When King Henry VIII died, he wanted a son to take over for him, but his first wife could not give him that son. Now, King Henry VIII wanted a divorce, but the Pope refused to annul or cancel Henry's marriage. It was against the Catholic religion, according to the Pope. So King Henry VIII took matters into his own hands, and Henry ordered the British Parliament to legalize the divorce and create a Church of England, which would later become the Anglican Church. King Henry VIII went over the Pope and overruled the Pope. And then Henry VIII marries a younger woman, Anne Boleyn, in 1533. And King Henry VIII would go on to have 6 wives in total, and they are here. And these are the 3 children that come out of the marriages of Henry VIII. The most successful of the children would actually be not the son, Edward, but Elizabeth I. She would become queen. We're going to talk about her now. Here she is on the throne. And what did Queen Elizabeth I of England accomplish? Well, she was respected as a woman leader. She brought stability to England and ruled for 44 years. She made the Anglican Church the only legal church of England, and she brought religious peace. She pleased the Catholics in England by keeping traditional clothing in the church, and she pleased the Protestants of England by having the church service in English, not Latin. And she said the priests in the Anglican Church can marry. So she was able to please both the Catholics and the Protestants, which was not easy to do. She also was a good politician. She worked to expand the English Empire, and she had a war with Spain that we'll talk about now. Elizabeth I helps England defeat the Spanish Armada, the Spanish Navy, which was very strong at this time. So here's the matchup. Mary I and Philip II of Spain versus Elizabeth I of England. What were the problems between these two groups? Well, religion. The Spanish were very Catholic, and the English broke away from the Catholic Church. The English were pirates. They had many sailors who would steal Spanish goods as they traded them across the Atlantic Ocean. Also, Philip II, he thought he had a rightful claim to the English throne. And that was a point of tension. Who won? The English, of course. Elizabeth I defeats the Spanish Armada, and the victory improves England's international reputation, and it solidifies Elizabeth I as a good leader in the eyes of those in England and those in Europe. Moving on, who spreads Luther's ideas during the Protestant Reformation? There's one man whose invention was so important, and that man is Johann Gutenberg of Germany. What does he do? He borrows past ideas from European and Asian inventors to create the movable type printing press. Some would say this invention is more important than the internet. And why? It made books affordable for peasants and common people and increased literacy. When you can read for yourself, you can think for yourself. When you can think for yourself, you will not get manipulated by powerful people, rulers, and politicians. The first book that Gutenberg's printing press printed was the Bible. So it relates to the Protestant Reformation in that way. People could read the Bible for themselves. All right, we're almost done. We're rounding that corner. We have the summary questions left. Until next time, this is Mr. Deegan, signing off.